This game is a work of fiction in its author's imagination. It does not aim to offend, insult, or discriminate anyone on a religious, social, economical, species, or any other basis. Any violation of the player's aesthetic sensitivity, active citizenship, or any other spiritual impulse lies on their conscience. Any resemblance of the characters to your real or imaginary friends, neighbors, colleagues, tulpas is entirely coincidental. All the heroines are of 18 years old and have confirmed their consent on participating in this game in written form. An excerpt from the screenwriter's medical history can be provided on demand. The game does not contain any propaganda of voluntary or not ending one's life. Not a single mascot, animal, or human was hurt during the creation of this game. Happy reading. Okay. Okay. Information. Oh, hello everyone. My name is Jaybird, and welcome to Everlasting Summer. This is really interesting. I've never seen something like this before. I mean, menu screen wise. New game. Dear Pioneer, you are on the verge of wondrous discoveries. The doors of the most wonderful place in the world, our favorite camp, Sovianok, have opened before you. You'll remember this session for the rest of your life. Welcome. Save the game. This is a recorded photography club. Your comrades are always ready to capture the most important moments of the camp's life, and you can even see yourself on many of the photographs. Keep yourself tidy and be a role model for those around you. Is that Miku? Is that Miku Hatsune? And of course, exit and then settings. Okay. Sound. Let's have the music down a little bit. This should be good. I don't want it to be too loud. Alright. Alright, let's do a new game. Okay. I'm scared. Oh. I was having that dream once again. That dream. Same thing every night. But it's all forgotten in the morning as usual. Maybe it's for the best. Only a glimpse of memory will remain of gates, half opened as if inviting me somewhere, with two frozen stone pioneers standing close by. And also that strange girl who keeps asking me. What? Will you come with me? Come? But where? And why? I'm just gonna check. Okay. Just making sure that it's recording properly. Just making sure. And where am I anyway? Of course, if it all happened in real life, I would certainly have been scared. Well, what else would one expect to feel? But this is just a dream. The same one I see every night. There must be a reason. You don't have to know where or why to realize something is really happening. Something desperately seeking my attention. Since everything that surrounds me here is real. As real as things in my own flat, I could open the gates, hear the hinges creak, brush the crumbling rust away with my hand, inhale the fresh, cool air, and shiver from the cold. I could, but to do that, I would need to pick myself up, take a step, move my hand. But this is a dream. I understand that, but what of it? What does my understanding change? Because here it's just like on the other side of the cracked screen of an old TV, which struggles to fight against static noise and strives to show its audience everything without missing a single detail. But the picture is getting blurry. I must be waking up soon. Oh, I didn't notice that. Da, da, da. Maybe I should ask her something? The girl. What's her name? About the stars, for instance. Why the stars, though? I'd rather ask about the gates. Yes, the gates. She would be so surprised. Or better, why the dot over an I was called a tittle, but the dot over a J was called a superscript dot. I've never heard of that before, ever. Actually, fun fact about me, I never dot my lowercase j's. I stopped doing that in, like, middle school or something. I don't know, I just don't like it. I prefer it without a dot over the J. I don't know why. It's weird. Well, that's just me. Nice letters. As if they don't exist anymore. Still, what do letters, gates, and stars have to do with this place? Because even if I'm having this dream every night, which will be forgotten soon anyway, I've got to look for answers here and now. And there, if you look carefully, you can see the Magellanic Clouds. What? Magellanic Clouds? I've never... what? As if I'd ended up in the southern hemisphere. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I'm confused. In a dream, there are the small things that catch your attention. An unnatural color of grass, impossible curves of straight lines, or your own distorted reflection, while the real danger, which would put an end to everything right here and now, seems trivial. It's natural, since here you cannot die. I know it for sure. I've done it hundreds of times. But if you cannot die, is there a point in living? Okay, hold on, honey. I should ask the girl. She's a local. She should know. Yes, exactly. I should ask her about the owl, for example. Yeah, that owl right there. One strange bird it is. Though it doesn't matter. Will you come with me? And every time I have to answer. It's the only way, otherwise the dream will never end and I will never wake up. Oh, yes, I'll come with you. No, I'll stay here. I don't know what I'm getting myself into! I don't know who this person is. Yes, I'll come with you. No, I'll stay here. Yes, I'll come with you. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Every time it's so hard to decide on the answer. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who is she? And why does so much in my life depend on this answer? Or maybe it doesn't? It's just a dream after all. Just a dream. Okay, so that didn't even matter. My answer didn't even matter then. What the fuck? I'm confused. What? Is that a keyboard? That's the keyboard. Yeah, that's the keyboard. I was right. I'm smart. Oh. Okay. Oh. Are we looking at porn or something? Oh, pretty close to it. That's Stephanie from Lazy Town! Oh my god, that was Stephanie from Lazy Town! This is 4chan? Oh my god, I was right! Oh my god, what are we looking at? Oh no, it's something chan. Oh my god, I was right. It is Stephanie from Lazy Town. Oh my god. Rest in peace, Robbie Rotten. You will be missed. The computer screen stared at me as if it was alive. Okay, thank you for that. Sometimes it really did seem to me that it was conscious of itself, had its own thoughts and wishes, ambitions, that it had feelings, could love and suffer. As if in our relationship the screen wasn't an instrument. It was me who was a lifeless piece of plastic and textile-like. If there's some truth in that, probably because the computer provides 90% of my communication with the outside world. Anonymous image boards, some chats from time to time, rarely ICQ or Jabber, and forums even more daily. And forums even more rarely. Okay, thank you for blinking so much. Gotta keep those eyes moist. People on the other side of the internet cable simply do not exist. All of them are simply creation of its sick imaginations. Fuck! I can't talk today. All of them are simply creations of its sick imagination, an error in the source code or kernel bug which started living a life of its own. Okay. What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What am I looking at? Oh, it's fucking light. Okay. It's like fucking candles. If I looked at my existence from the outside, such thoughts would seem crazy, and a psychologist would surely give me a bunch of sophisticated diagnoses, and maybe write me a doctor's referral to the loony bin. Okay. Ah! It burns! Oh. Ah. A small apartment with no signs of repair or any semblance of order in it, and always the same view out the window on the gray megalopolis running somewhere day and night. Such are the conditions of my life. Dude, you need to get out more. God. Well, of course it didn't all start like this. I was born, went to school, and finished it, like all the others. I was accepted at a university where I spent a year and a half trailing behind and struggling. I drifted through several jobs. Sometimes it was working out quite well, sometimes I was even getting decent money for it. But it all felt like it was not mine, as if taken from another man's biography. I wasn't living life to its fullest, I was looping over and over in monotonous circles. Like in the movie Groundhog Day. It's just that I had no choice in how to spend my day, and every day repeated itself, the same vicious spiral. A spiral of emptiness, misery, and despair. Okay. For the last few years, I just sat in front of the screen all day. Sometimes there were menial jobs, sometimes my parents helped me. All in all, I was able to provide for myself. No wonder, really, since my needs are quite minor. I hardly ever leave my home, and my communication with other people almost exclusively consists of online correspondence with the anonymous, who have no real name, no gender, no age. So, in brief, a quite typical life of a quite typical antisocial person of his time. Kind of Donnie Darko on a minor scale, without doomsday-related visions. Maybe some highly respected author. An author will write a novel about me, and it will become a contemporary classic of modern literature. Or I will write one myself. However, what's the point of fooling myself? I tried many times, but couldn't even come up with a simple short story. I tried to learn many other things as well. Not gifted enough to draw. Programming, got bored. Foreign languages, takes too much time. The only thing I loved doing was reading, but still I never would have called myself a scholar. Perhaps I was an ace at watching anime and a grandmaster of lame internet jokes. You mean memes? If I were to get paid for it, I would probably be a happier person and a richer person too, but I doubt it would fill the hole inside me.
Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the moon.
Today was another typical day of a typical failures, typical life. Okay, thank you for that. And today is the day when I have to go to my university reunion. Frankly speaking, I really didn't want to go. I really didn't want to. What is the point? The time I spent with them was so short. However, I was persuaded by a friend, my former university mate, and one of the few with whom I kept in touch other than through the internet. God, that was kind of hard for me to talk through. Fuck. Why is it getting harder and harder for me to speak?
Ooh, it's pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, it's like a comic. Oh, I see now. Oh, okay.
Are we gonna get hit by a car?
Oh, it's a man.
Oh, it is a man. Is that us? God damn, look at that beard we got going on. A frosty evening. Bus stop. Waiting. I never liked winter, though hot summer is not my season either. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It doesn't matter much what the weather is outside when you stay at home 24/7. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend my last few hundred rubles for a taxi. The idea of just returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to seize on. Such a thought that you could bring into existence, give a shape, turn into an idea, and put into practice. Maybe I could start my own business? But where would I get the money from? Or maybe I could go back to working in an office? No way! Maybe I should try freelancing? But what skills do I have, and who would want me after all? Oof. This is like my brother right now. I suddenly remembered my childhood. Or rather my teen years, the time when I was 15 to 17 years old. Why exactly those years? No idea. I guess it's because back then everything was much more simple. It was easier to make decisions, so complicated now and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I always eagerly looked forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have time for the things I liked, computer, football, going out with friends. And then, at the beginning of next week, I'd take up my studies again. But back then, there were no such worrying questions like why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. A simple lifestyle, so casual for any normal person and so odd to myself today. That careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first love.
Oh, are you gonna have a backstory? Is this a backflash game?
Her appearance, personality have vanished from my memory. Only her name remains, like a brief line from a social network profile, along with the feelings which overwhelmed me when I was with her. Affection, tenderness, the desire to care for her and to protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today I can hardly imagine something like that happening. I would probably like to meet a girl, but I don't know how to start a conversation on what on earth to discuss and how to attract her. Well, I haven't met any suitable girls for a long time. But where could I meet one anyway? Oh! The sound of an engine brought me back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh! A bus pulled over. There was something abnormal about it, I thought. Then again, it doesn't matter. Only the 410 runs this route. Just trying to figure out how to say that.
Oh, look at us. We're so hot. We're so hot.
Is this so... Are we gonna go back in time on this bus? Oh, there's fire. We're gonna go back in time, aren't we? Streetlights pass me by. It's as if their cold light sparks inside of me, trying to ignite feelings long dead. Or maybe not ignite, just awaken them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, slumbering and waking up again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune. But I wasn't listening to it. I was watching the cars passing by through the fogged-up window. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need, stuck in their own little worlds. Why would they care about mine? They probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have much easier lives. You can't know for sure, since all people are different. Or are they? Sometimes someone's actions can easily be predicted, but if you try to look inside his soul, you will only see impenetrable darkness. The bus was approaching downtown, and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of billboards, thousands of cars, millions of people. I watched this light show, and somehow I got terribly sleepy. Are we going back in time? My eyes closed just for a moment, and then... We're going back in time, aren't we? Please tell me we are. That would be so cool. Well, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Look at that animation. Holy shit. Oh, it's so advanced. It's so out of this world. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, sick. Oh, fuck. Man, dude, what the fuck? Oh, man. Oh, my God, my mind is being blown. Holy crap. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Oh, my God, look at that eyeball. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I hope you guys can see this, actually. I'm gonna... Okay, at least you can watch. Okay. I was worried that you wouldn't see this. Oh, it's a hot girl. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. She's fucking hot. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know how to say that name. Okay. I don't speak Russian. I may be Russian, but I don't speak Russian. And I have a lot of genetics. Fuck. Family ancestry is Russian. I have some Russian in me, okay? I'm not entirely Russian, okay? I'm also Jewish, if that helps. I'm a lot of things. I'm a mutt. But anyways, oh my god, there's a hot girl. Oh my god, they're so hot. Oh my god, I want to bang them all. Oh my god, there's Miko Hatsune. Oh my god, she's so hot. Does that say Miko in Russian? Did that say Miko in Russian? Oh my god, that'd be great. Oh my god. And I'm gonna assume that means everlasting summer in Russian. In Russian, yes. I'm assuming. I know assuming makes an ass out of me, but whatever. Dave 1. Okay. Oh shit. Bright daylight struck my eyes. I'm gonna... how do I save? Is this save? Okay. I'm like, what's the save one? Can I save? Wait. I'm saving. Oh. Save game. That's so confusing. I'm just so used to clicking on it and being like, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Bright daylight struck my eyes. At first I didn't pay attention, as I wasn't fully awake yet. On their own, my legs carried me towards the door. Semyon? Damn, looks like I fell asleep and missed my stop. But there was no door. I looked around the bus and realized that wasn't a good old worn out Instead, the bus was an Icarus model, a new one. I froze in shock. How? What? Am I dead? Have I been kidnapped? No, I must be dead. I patted myself down feverishly, slapped myself painfully in the face a few times, banged my forehead on the back of the bus seats. Back on one of the bus seats. It's clear, either I'm still alive or you can still feel pain when you're dead. But how could this happen Maybe I slept for too long and ended up at the bus depot. And then what? Did they put me onto another bus? No, you just went back in time, you idiot. I rushed out and took a look around. Greenery wherever I looked. Tall grass on the roadside, trees, flowers. Summer! But how? It was winter just a moment ago. My head was aching unbearably. Oh my god, we'll go back in time. I'm happy. As if it was going to explode. Slowly I began to remember. Okay. Eyeballs! Ooh, we're so pretty. The eyeball's so pretty. Ooh. A long road running off into the distance. Forests, plains, fields, lakes, and forests again. I think I was sleeping, but then how can I remember all of it? And then, a gap. Some girl leaning over me. She softly whispered something into my ear. Then a gap again. And then I woke up here. Who was that strange girl? Or was she just a dream? For some reason, thinking about her made me feel better and calmed me down a little. I felt warmth all over, coming from the inside. Could it be her who brought me here? Then I need to find her. And the best place to look for her is away from here. I've rushed to the left, then to the right, then stopped, hesitating over where to go. Finally, I ran in the direction from which the bus had probably came. Physical exercise does refresh one's mind. Thoughts become clearer, and it gets a little easier to evaluate the surrounding reality. Not in my case, however. I was sitting on the roadside, wheezing and trying to ease my sore throat by gulping breaths of hot air. In any case, the run did its job. The fear withdrew for a while. Maybe I really am just dreaming? Though recalling myself harm on the bus, I immediately rejected the idea. Semyon. Is that her name? Semyon? I am neither dreaming nor dead. A narrow road ran through the field and far into the distance. That exact same road for my dream. I must be very far away from home. And it's not just that it was winter yesterday and it's summer now. It's the whole environment. Of course, summer is usually like this, green and hot, but here everything is not entirely lifelike. Everything looks like it was taken from the paintings of Russian landscape artists of the 19th century. Russians. Oh, those Russians. Us Russians. The grass is just too lush. The bushes are not like what bushes should be. They are so thick that you can't see anything through them, like treetops, honestly. Thick. And the trees themselves. The forest was quite far away, but the trees looked as if they had closed their ranks and were just now waiting for the order to advance into the fields and plains. I caught my breath and looked at the bus, which was now barely visible. That was a good run. Fear overtook me once again. Those power lines. There must be people here. But what does it mean? In fact, that means nothing at all. Couldn't they have power lines even in hell?
What is this, hell?
Roasting sinners over hot coals? That's so last century. I must have reached the point of no return, after which you should either lose your mind completely or finally try to understand what is going on. And while I still have a choice, I should pick the second option. I slowly headed back to the bus. Of course, it was scary, but I'm not likely to find an answer in the fields or the woods, and this wretched bucket of bolts is the only kind of link that I have with the real world. Oh. I should carefully scout the area. Meets outlet. Sovyonok. Sovyonok? Sovyonok. I'm not good at Russian, okay? I may be Russian, but I'm not good at Russian. But I think that's how it's said. I'm not sure. A brick wall on its gates crowned with a Sovyonok sign. Outlet sign. Statues of pioneers standing on either side, and a road sign nearby showing the bus route number 410 or 410. The trip's taking a bit too long today. I smirked. Person may start acting inappropriately in extreme situations. Something like that is probably happening to me now. This place didn't look abandoned at all. No rust in the gates, no damage to the walls. Sovyonok. What could have a name like that? Judging by the pioneer statues, it could be a kid's summer camp. Moreover, it appears to be open. Of course, the simplest explanation, logically speaking, explains nothing at all. The strange girl, that altered bus, summer, the pioneer camp. Thousands of theories went through my mind instantly, from alien abduction to lethargic sleep, from a hallucination to a time and space shift. None was worse than any other, but there was really no way to pick a single one. Then it occurred to me, I can try to make a phone call. I took out my cell phone and dialed the first number from my contact list. Well, that didn't work out. But instead of signal strength bars, the screen was showing a thick cross. Alright, there may be no signal in such a remote place. Though I cannot be the only one who came here. Buses don't drive themselves. I examined the bus from all sides to make sure that it wasn't a hallucination. Bits of dirt on the bottom, some rust here and there, faded paint, and worn-out tires. No, this is definitely a very ordinary Icarus. Yeah, exactly the kind of bus which takes you to places beyond your understanding if you carelessly fall asleep. I gave a nervous chuckle. It came out by itself, sporadically. Because this wasn't the right place or time to laugh. But where on earth is the driver? I cautiously sat down on the curb. I don't think that's how you spell curb. Beside the bus and started to wait. My patience didn't last long. My anxiety seemed to have reached its peak, and I started to go slightly mad. Oh, just slightly mad. In such a situation, anyone would have probably felt something similar. Aliens and parallel universes were gone from my imagination, leaving only void and darkness. Is this how everything will end? How my life will end? But I wanted to do so much. There were so many things that I had no time for yet. I was overwhelmed by the idea. This was definitely the end. But why? It's not fair. Surely I'm no worse than anyone else. God, why? Okay. Tears were burning my eyes unbearably. I curled up and started rolling in the grass. Why? What did I do? Why me? But my cries were only heard by the speechless statues of the pioneers and a bird on a tree, which immediately flapped its wings and took off, crying out something in its own bird language, as if laughing at the idiot who dared to interrupt its after-dinner nap. I was left breathless from weeping and just laced quietly, sobbing occasionally. Aw, poor guy. Poor us. After a while I managed to pull myself together. My mind cleared up a bit, as if terror and the fear of death gave me a little break. All in all, if someone wanted to kill me, what is all this for? It doesn't look like an experiment either. If this is just some crazy coincidence, then there's probably no threat. Anyway, for now it seems there's no danger. The panic was soon gone. Of course, the blood was still pounding in my temples, and my hands were still shaking, but at least I could think clearly now. Right now, there's something I can really change anyway. There's nothing I can really change anyway. So no matter how much I think or how mad I get, it would only make things worse. Until some actual facts appear, there's really no point in making guesses. In any case, I won't learn anything by lounging about here. The camp, if of course it is really a camp, looked like the only place where people could be, so I decided to go there, and hardly had I reached the gates when... oh boy. A girl came out from behind them. Oh, she's so hot! Oh, I'm just kidding. Wearing a pioneer uniform. My logic didn't let me down this time. Then again, a pioneer uniform in the 21st century. And then again, a girl here. I froze, unable to take a step. I felt very much like running away. Running as far away as I could from this place, far from this bus, gates, statues, and far from this bloody bird with its siesta. Just running, free like the wind, faster and faster, waving to the planets passing by, winking at the galaxies. Hey, galaxies, I see you there. Running, becoming a pulsar ray, and turning into vestigial radiation, running to face the unknown. Run no matter where, as long as it is from this place. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Meanwhile, the girl came closer and smiled. I could not help but notice her beauty, even though I was trembling with fear. Human instincts work independent of consciousness, and while only 5% of the brain is responsible for cognitive processes, the remaining 95% are always busy sustaining life, and in particular, ensuring stable functioning of the hormonal system. I desperately wanted to get less complicated and stop thinking on formal quotes from an encyclopedia, though my thoughts appeared one by one, being stupid, out of place, as if taken from an internal monologue of the hero of some junky soft-cover crime fiction book. A pretty Slavic face, long braids long braids that looked like 2 armfuls of fresh hay. Okay. And blue eyes you could drown in. I'm gonna drown in those eyes. Hi, you must have just arrived? Do not reply. Reply. We're gonna reply. We're gonna be nice. Yeah.
Alright then, welcome.
She smiled broadly. Strange, it looked as if I had just a normal girl in front of me. Bah, I shouldn't have returned here. The woods and fields seem better. But what shall I do next? Try to speak with her as if she was a human, or run away, or what? The blood was pumping unbearably in my head, tearing it apart from the inside. A little bit more, and the poor pioneer girl would be splattered with the gruesome contents of my skull.
What's so funny about that?
The girl looked me over. It sent shivers down my spine, and my knees started to tremble. Nothing.
Great then.
Great? What's so great about that? Suddenly a thought crossed my mind. To hell with it all. Forget about the bus behind me. The fact that it was winter yesterday and summer today. I wanted to rip off my itchy sweater and just accept that all this is actually happening. Everything is as it should be. All this is for the best. Would you happen to know?
You should go to our camp leader. She'll tell you everything. Look. You go straight ahead to the square, then turn left. You'll see several small cabins.
She pointed at the gates as if I knew what was behind them.
Well,
Dmitrievna.
well, you can ask someone where Olga Dmitrievna's cabin is.
Dmitrievna, I don't know, is a patronymic a derivative of a person's father's name, in this case Dmitri, put by Russians after the person's first name as a sign of respect or formal address. Okay.
Got it?
I'm happy it explains everything. I'm like, I don't know any of this Russian stuff. Of course I didn't.
Well, I've got to go now.
We should have asked her what day it was, or what time it was, or what year it was. The girl waved her hand at me and disappeared through the gates. It seemed as if to follow her. It seemed as if to her I was something ordinary. Fuck. And all of this show was fuck. All this show with the bus and the travels while awake or asleep were troubling only to me, while everything here is just the way it was supposed to be. Camp leader, pioneer uniform. What are they doing are they doing a historical reenactment here? I hope I won't find Lenin standing atop an armored car in this square. But even that would not surprise me right now. After standing alone for a while, I headed into the camp. Mere 50 meters, fuck, why did I say miles?
It's 50 miles away!
It's too big. Oh my god. Well guys, I think I'm gonna leave this episode off here. I know, we're just getting into it, but I think this video is long enough. So, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Everlasting Summer and you would like to see more of this game, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell. If you're Russian, I'm sorry. And remember, die safely. Bye-bye!